you're about to head into the Big A. What are your expectations? Not just because it's the last one, but the stadium itself.
We've
seen pictures and videos.
I know center field, they have the big waterfall. They have a waterfall out in center field with the rocks. I think they shoot up water when there's a home run. I know it's an older ballpark, so I'm not going to have my sights set on it. We were just in San Diego. San Diego was beautiful. San Francisco, Dodger Stadium. The NL West and the AL West is beautiful stadiums. So, just to be able to, this to be my last one, I'm just going to enjoy the game. I'm not really sure what to expect, and I know the outside is beautiful. Like I said, the waterfall out in the outfield is pretty awesome, and we're going to be sitting down the third baseline. So I'm not putting any expectations on the stadium until I get in there, but I'm excited and ready. It's Sunday, April 20th. It is 6:57 Pacific time. I'm in Anaheim. Today is the day. Today is the day I chased 30. The ballpark is right back there somewhere. You can probably see the Big A, and that's Angel Stadium. And hours from now, I will have completed my chase. Let's get the day started. Start to any good morning. We got to first find the gym. We're getting closer. We found the health club. Workout complete. Now we're going back upstairs to change, coffee. I'm going to take a dip in the hot tub before we really get ready for my chase. My final chase. Final stadium. Okay, got a workout in. Had coffee, had a little breakfast at Starbucks, got to go down to the pool in the hot tub. Now it's time to get ready for the big day. See you soon. I'm ready to roll, but I feel like I'm missing something. Now, I'm gonna feel like Mr. Rogers here because I'm going into my closet. But my dad always told me growing up, don't buy jerseys. Not because they're expensive, because players, they come and they go in baseball. Even with the 2016 Cubs, I've never owned a authentic Chicago Cubs jersey. But I feel like this was the time, and thanks to my fiance Renee, he got me this for Christmas. I got one that's sentimental, and I can wear it every day for the rest of my life. It's gonna mean so much today. I chased 30. And as of today, when I put this on and walk to Angel Stadium, this will be legit. And this is the first time I'm actually putting it on. And now I feel like I'm in the middle of a press conference where they sit and wait. But I haven't tried this on. Looks good. Feels good. And this is a smaller font from 2024's jerseys, but I don't care because it's perfect. But just looking able to wear that. I have chased 30. If I had to pick someone, it'd be my dad. He's the only one that I haven't gone on this chase with. He had a heart attack in 2022, December, and he hasn't gone to a game. He's still with us. He hasn't gone to a game since then, so 2 years. I'm hoping this summer of 2025, get a chance to go see Sammy Sosa come back, do the Hall of Fame thing at Wrigley, but he was probably one I would have liked to do. He's not a traveler, so I think that he would be the one to do it with. I mean, I've gotten to go on this chase with so many people that have been a part of this. Brandon and Anthony, my two best friends, have gone with anytime I ask them to go with on this journey. Two ex-girlfriends, two of my fiance, future husband, and a man, and obviously a lot of changes are there in between. My mom and my sister. I was saving up for college, and instead of going to college, I'm like, Mom, I want you to put your feet in the Pacific Ocean, and I got a chance to take her to Los Angeles, and we went to, and she still talks about that trip to this day. So I've gone with my sister, my mom, two girlfriends, fiance, Brandon, Anthony, Scott, and I, one of my other best friends, got to go to Toronto. So, I mean, just unbelievable experiences that I wouldn't give up for the world. So I've seen it. Besides my dad, I've got a chance to go on this chase with a lot of amazing people. Why? I've loved baseball my whole life. And I've always known there was always going to be one thing on my bucket list, and it was to see every Major League Baseball stadium. So I always knew I wanted to do it. And then when I went on my first one, literally almost to the day, 13 years ago, 2012, in Miami, still didn't think, I'm just like, okay, getting one off the list. And then took about 3 or 4 years off. When I started making more money, I was able to do it. I'm like, okay, let's make this work. You know, you'd be shocked. I've been so lucky with weather. Like, I watched a game in Philadelphia, 2 games, pouring rain. And we were only there for that one stretch for WrestleMania, pouring rain out, and still able to get those games in. We were in Denver. I was in Denver where I got sunburned at the game. The next day it snowed all day. So I mean, there was crazy circumstances. There was a rain delay in Pittsburgh where we ended up leaving, but that was the second game. So I mean, weather-wise, I'm very lucky that I did not have a postponement. I was able to get all these in as planned. Financially, people ask me, if people ask me, I'm being able to do this at 33 years old. Probably being able to plan a trip was probably the big things. Doing 2 in 1, like doing Cincinnati and Cleveland together, doing St. Louis and Kansas City together, DC and Baltimore together. Being able to get those out of the way together, and a lot of these trips, except for the big cities, I spent only like 1 or 2 days there, did the touristy stuff, did a game, and got out of there. So for people that are looking on a budget to do this, which I was on a budget, I don't have $1 million saved up. I don't come from a rich family. I was able to do this all on my own, and being able to do it and being able to condense them into like 1 or 2 day trips and still be able to enjoy the city and the ballpark is probably the best. Was the most. The first game, I wanted to make sure we had tickets to the first game. It was the second game, because the first game we weren't originally going to go to, Brandon and I, and we ended up going to the first game. The second, that game only cost us like $77 a seat. That was out in the bleachers. Probably about $600 a piece was the second game, and they ended up going down to like $100. I did that way too far in advance. That was my mistake. I'm still paying those to this day, those tickets off. But yeah, that would probably be the most expensive. And I've even sat behind the dugout at Fenway Park, and I don't even think those were that expensive. Pittsburgh I'd like to go back to again because the view there is spectacular, and Cubs didn't win either game we were there, but neither here nor there. But I'd say Pittsburgh. San Francisco was beautiful. I enjoyed Arizona. Arizona has a special place in my heart because they had a pool in the outfield ever since I was a kid. I'm like, that's awesome. Miami might be sentimental because that was the first one on the chase 13 years ago. So I mean, if I ever had to restart this and want to revisit, first one would probably be Miami. If I restart my chase, not restart it completely. I would say if I'm going to be picky, gonna go maybe see the Cubs play in every stadium, or a Chicago team. The fact that I know that I have 17 ballparks left that I have not seen the Cubs, I did the math already. Then I guess then my tracker restarts to 17. But I have plans over the next few years with my fiance Renee, And those plans, I don't want any of this to get. That's why I wanted to get the ballparks out of the way and focus on life. We have so much amazing things happening in our future, and just to be able to get this out of the way and not be there and be like, I got to get this done. I don't know if I'm ready to start another time. I'm only 33. I have the rest of my life, God willing. Maybe not counting like Milwaukee. Probably Milwaukee would be second. Milwaukee would be second. Guaranteed rate, or rate field now in Chicago, South Side would be third. If you're not counting those, been to St. Louis for 3. So I'd say St. Louis 3 would be the next one, and then it would go Pittsburgh 2. A lot of them have 2, and then 1.
Which one was your favorite?
Favorite stadium would probably, view-wise, would be Pittsburgh. It was the skyline, if you see the bridges from center field, and then just the architecture of the ballpark where the batters, even the bricks behind home plate. It's just a beautiful, beautiful stadium. And even though, like I said, I went when the Cubs were there, got to enjoy every piece of it. Sat in the bleachers, sat down the left field line. Anthony was with me. Anthony got us the tickets. It was great. So I would say the Pittsburgh Pirates PNC Park would be my favorite. But if you ask me the most enjoyable one to watch a game, and this is going to be a hot take, Tropicana Field in Tampa.
Why?
The only dome left. I didn't get a chance to go to the Metrodome. I didn't get a chance to go to any other, because there used to be domes. Now, and the King Dome in Seattle, I never got a chance to go to, but being able to enjoy a game, because I've been with roofs, obviously, but in a dome, it was 72 degrees. You were with me. The heat, there was no, you didn't have to worry about heat after the long day. It's just 72 degrees. Beautiful, and you didn't have to worry about it. So I would say, even though currently as we're recording this, that stadium doesn't have a roof, and I hope that they get back to playing at the Trop, they're supposed to, I would say the game I enjoyed most, comfortably, no heat, no sun, just beautiful, and I was with you, would be Tropicana Field in St. Petersburg, home of the Tampa Bay Rays. Don't stay too long. I've brought this up earlier, like, to be able to afford, like, the big cities enjoy, I'd say, for a week. LA, if you're not from Chicago, I'd say enjoy Chicago 4 or 5 days. LA, I was able to see everything in a couple. If you do the city tours, you can see everything. Like I went to LA for two days, saw everything. And so I think that's I would say, and just do like the smaller cities, go a couple days, see what you want to see, the touristy things, and get up out of there. And I mean, it's affordable. A lot of the beginning of this chase, I was sitting in the 400 level. I was sitting at high atop. Later on in the chase, I started sitting in nicer seats because I wanted to enjoy the chase. So I would say don't stay at every city for a week, because I mean that'll get expensive. But pace yourself and enjoy it.
It took me 4,751 days, which is 13 years and 3 days, to complete my chase to see all Major League Baseball stadiums. I think I was looking for a stadium to have the same feel as my home ballpark or Wrigley Field, and I didn't. Wrigley is in a class by itself, but every ballpark has its own special feel to it, and I enjoyed them all. Next up, Las Vegas in 2028. Until then, my chase is complete, and I did it my way.